Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for the new moon that's occurring on July 28th, 2022. First, we're going to take a look at the collective energy, which of course we are all a part of, and we will feel that energy. And then I'm going to break it down into each life path number. So this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and I would love to work with you. All right, so I want to sort of focus on the illumination of the 1 and the 5. So collectively, those are influences that we'll be feeling the most pronounced. With the 1 energy, we are getting the invitation to be more assertive, not more aggressive, more assertive in going after what we want. There's a fire that's being lit beneath us to motivate us into action and not allowing fears of failure or not fitting in or whatever story we tell ourselves why we can't do something that's keeping us from achieving our goals and building towards our dreams. So this energy helps us to find our courage and our confidence to speak up and share our ideas and gifts, no matter how unconventional or misunderstood they may be. So with 1 energy, the idea or vision arrives, we take action to create that vision, and then we present the final product. If we try to get people to understand ahead of time, something new, something unique, we're sort of wasting our energy and resources trying to do that. Create it and then show people its magnificence. 1 energy doesn't wait for the acceptance or the approval. It makes things happen with or without approval from others. The key with this energy is to have a controlled burn. So big starts are great, but if you are building something, you need endurance, right? And sometimes 1 energy can be like that fire that's just combustible, and once it starts, it just spreads. And so it's really important for those of us feeling that energy, and especially if you're a life path 1, to sort of find ways to work with that energy so that it's not just burning up everything that you're touching or trying to work towards, right? Because you need the endurance. So pace yourself with this energy. Pay attention to the details and be really mindful of what you burn as you blaze this new trail. So with this 1 energy, think of new starts, independence, autonomy, big risks. This is a great time to take big risks. If with or without high stakes, right? I mean, you have to do what's best for you in your circumstances. I'm not advising you what to do, but the energy is supportive for taking those big risks, especially if it's something that keeps coming in for you and keeps like calling to you to take action on, right? This is a beautiful energy for that and for going for it. So this is also great energy for, think of like an unconventional approach. So finding a solution to something that hasn't been found before, right? And a lot of times the way to find a new solution is to think outside the box, is to think unconventionally. And so this energy, especially coupled with the 5 energy, is really promoting unconventional thinking and taking a new approach to something that we have been maybe gotten stagnant on how we've been approaching it or what we've been doing or whatever the case may be. But this is going to give us that motivation and that passion to, again, pick things back up, take an unconventional approach, see things differently, and maybe, again, approach things a little bit differently. Passion, perseverance, and perseverance against the odds is really highlighted with 1 energy. So you've got everything that you need as far as the supportive energy behind you to go after whatever it is that you've been wanting to go after and create whatever it is that you wanted to create, right? And so with such strong 5 energy present, we can then also expect abrupt change, major transformation, and perhaps some level of restlessness. So 5 energy is an energy that is so big that it wants to be constantly moving. It needs constant change. Like mundane, boring is not it's kind of like a polarity for 5 energy. And so there can sometimes be, because, in life, there are things that we need patience with. There are things that we need to take our time with. And so for 5 energy, that can create restlessness. And so it is very possible, especially combined with the 1 energy, that's this fire energy, that we can feel restless, especially around projects or situations that maybe haven't been moving as rapidly as we have wanted them to, or maybe around situations where we haven't seen the outcome or the gratification or instant gratification that maybe we've wanted. And so you can kind of feel a little bit of restlessness around that. Pay attention to where you're feeling the restlessness though, because if it's something where it's like, it's a situation in your life that's gotten so mundane and so routine, then that's your soul kind of saying, hey, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's add some more spice to this because, to reignite that passion, right? And again, especially coupled with 1 energy. So pay attention to where the restlessness is coming in. If it's strictly coming in around something where you're just sort of pissed off because it hasn't produced the results yet, then that could just mean that, hey, it just needs to take a little bit more time, right? Like just needs a little bit more time to cook. So, but if it's coming in around something that actually has gotten really stagnant or mundane, then maybe you need to take a look at that and see how you need to spice things up or change things up a little bit. So pay attention to that. So again, if anything has become stale, mundane, or energy depleting, if anything's sort of depleting your energy, then this illumination will bring the windstorm to sort of shift that energy in a big way. So with this, expect the unexpected, always with 5 energy. You may think you know how something was going to play out, and this energy sort of comes in and brings that game changer or the lightning bolt or the awakening that brings unexpected clarity and shifts your experience like 180 degrees. So this energy can absolutely keep us or catch us off guard, but it's working with us to work with that 1 energy to motivate us to make that change, to do something different, to see things differently, to ultimately enhance and up-level our lives in a good way, right? So whatever this highlights for us, whatever this 5 energy highlights for us, we can expect some level of shock or surprise and a change in direction. And again, this also goes for like on the global stage, like collectively as well. This is a universal energy that we're working with, this 5 and this 1. So of course, this is a general reading. So not everyone will sort of feel the energy the same way, but it is present, right? And it is there for us to work with. And again, it's collective. It's a universal energy. So we will see it in some way, shape, or form play out on a global stage. The 5 energy coupled with that of the 1 is sort of begging us to get out of our comfort zone, think big, take action, and to approach and do things we haven't thought of or done before. So some people may experience major shifts in various areas of their lives. This combination of the energies sort of helps us to better see what we are capable of when we no longer hide behind the mask of fear and insecurities. So this energy of the 1 and the 5 is limitless, confident, adaptable, and it knows its worth of contribution. So it's not sitting in a corner somewhere waiting for life to happen to it. It is going to, again, encourage us, entice us, motivate us to create the life that we want to live, right? So this is big, monumental energy that can support us in making massive shifts within our experience and awareness that can propel us more deeply into our own unique purpose and a heightened, more expansive, fulfilling, and aligned experience. So very powerful energies for this new moon. And with it being a new moon, again, new starts, new initiations, taking a big risk, all of these things, right? So incredibly powerful energy that we're working with. And I would say that we'll probably feel this sort of leading up to the new moon, so a few days before the 28th. And I would say that we'll probably feel this into August, until maybe even the full moon. So it's very, very possible because these are such big, ambitious energies that we're working with. Okay, let's take a look at each individual life path number now. Life path number 2. So this is going to be potentially a period for you for exploring new approaches to your health and your well-being. So think of also like new communication styles, how you communicate with others, how others communicate with you. Do you need to have a conversation with others about the communication? Do you need to maybe take a closer look at how you are communicating or not communicating with others? Is it an area that maybe you need help in? Can you seek out that help? Because it will make a difference in your relationships overall, right? So there's a lot coming in around communication styles. So pay attention to that and anything that sort of comes up around that. Also, opportunity for growth around trust of self, trust of others, and like trust of the unseen, like the universe, God, whatever you subscribe to. There's something here for you all around really releasing control and going with the flow. So releasing control, going with the flow, and just really trusting yourself, trusting others, and trusting the unseen. To know that, however you're showing up, however you are contributing, it's right for this moment, right? Like you are doing the best that you can do in this moment with the tools and the resources and the wisdom and the awareness that you have. And so cut yourself some slack and continue to seek out the awareness, right? To continue to grow and whatnot, but go with the flow and trust yourself, trust your choices and your decisions. But going back to the health and well-being, that is also, again, because I do think that there's possibility for you to be able to really explore new approaches when it comes to, and kind of think outside the box, perhaps when it comes to health and well-being. And that's really like holistically. So if there's anywhere that you kind of feel out of alignment, whether it's your physical body, mental body, spiritual body, whatever the case may be, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for you to take a look at how you've been sort of approaching that, right? Like your holistic health, and some new ideas may come in, new opportunities to explore different things, maybe start new routines, whatever the case may be, but that might come up for you all as well. This can be a really creative period for twos as well. So this would be an excellent time for collaborating with others. And not only, are you kind of working with this incredibly sort of undercurrent of very creative energy, but then you also have like, again, that universal energy that we're all working with collectively of the 1 and the 5. And so I would say if there's any like big projects that you've wanted to start, anything like, again, outside the box, anything that's like hasn't been done before or that inspires you, let's just say that if it really inspires you and there's some passion behind it, this would be a great opportunity to really invest in that, take some time to play in that area, whatever that is, and just create and just see what comes from it, because it's very, very supported. This energy is very, very supportive for that. So I hope this helps. I hope it's a beautiful illumination. Take care, twos. Bye for now.